Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today I'm making this gorgeous centerpiece that's full of roses, some spring flowers, eucalyptus, and we're making our own pics. These are the 3-loop ribbon pics. So easy to make, but they make such a statement. Let's get started. For this centerpiece, I'm going to be using this metallic silver tray from the Dollar Tree, and because it's kind of sliding on my Lazy Susan, all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this non-slip rug and just cut off a piece. This is just rug lining. I also do this to my centerpieces on coffee tables if they're slippery. And now, look at this. Nice and solid. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my green floral foam and I'm going to put my little tag side down, some hot glue. And I do not take it out of the package, not because I want to save the foam or not save the foam, because it just gets messier sometimes when you take it out. So that's why I just leave it. Next, you're going to decide what you're going to put on top. Is it 3 pillar candles? Is it just one little one in the center and then florals all around? Just so you kind of have an idea and play around with it. This is the one I want to use. So I'm going to put that on the side and I'm just going to make a little mark right there. Doesn't have to be anything specific. We can move florals if we have to, but it's just nice to kind of have an idea. For today's centerpiece, I'm going to be using 3 different florals. Now, it's important to distinguish these florals. The first floral is going to be these roses, and these roses are my main floral. Next thing is my eucalyptus. This one is from Walmart, and my eucalyptus hashtag is greenery, and it's a filler. Usually my fillers are greenery, some sort of a eucalyptus or any other kind of green floral that can go in between my flowers. And then my accent colors, usually it's white or something light, depending on the color of our main flower, obviously. But I just feel like every time you add white to a bouquet, it's happier, it's brighter, it's just, I don't know, I always like adding a little bit of white to my centerpieces. We're going to start with the roses, and since our centerpiece is oval or a little bit elongated, you want to decide how long you want to cut these. Now, my rule of thumb is you can always cut them shorter, you can't cut them longer. So I try to cut a little bit on the longer side, and then if I have to, I mean, I know I'm going to have some short ones, so I can definitely cut these on the shorter side. But you do want to make sure you have plenty of the longer ones. As I was cutting the roses, I just laid them down from shortest to longest. I'm going to, of course, start with my shortest. And so if I'm putting one on top, right there, I'm putting one on the bottom right here. And then if I'm putting one on top right here, going down, then the other one is going to go down right there and cover that bottom section. And that's pretty much how I go about it. Then on the sides here, we're going to imagine there's a mirror right there. So this one's going up, the next one's going down right there. I'm going to turn it around, mirror it, so this one is going to go up, and this one is going to go down since this side is down. Later on, we're just going to be plugging things in, but in the beginning, you do want to make sure that it's nice and covered. I'm going to put one on this side on top, going up right here, means another one's going to go right here. And then one's going to go a little closer. So the second one is going to go a little closer. And now I'm just going to be evening things out. So one right here means another one's going to go right there. Oh, too long. So this is what we have so far up close. And I think it's spread out nice and even. Don't forget, we're still going to fill it in. But this is what we have so far. Now our eucalyptus. Our eucalyptus has 3 branches on top, 2 at the bottom. What I'm going to do right here is to cut it right there And just like that, from 6 stems, we have 12. And the first thing I like to do is cover the endings right here. And I'm going to be using the tops with the 3 first. And same, I'm just going to go opposite. What happens on one side happens on the other. These are going to be all pointing up. This is going to give volume. And now I'm just going to start filling in with these. And now with the greenery, here is a close-up. How gorgeous is the eucalyptus with the roses? So beautiful. In case you don't have enough florals, don't worry about it. You can always use some moss to cover the greenery up. Not a big deal. So now we're coming in with the pretty white flowers. And when I mean pretty, I really like these. Now we're filling in, but we do still want to use the mirror method. So one on top here, one on top right there, starting with the edges. Then definitely 2 right there. 2 on top on the sides right here, in between the roses. We covered the top. Now we're going to cover the bottom. And then 2 on the sides right here. Let's take a look with the white flowers. There you go. And at this point, if you feel like there's some greenery shown, this is where you bring in your moss. Next, I'm going to make some really easy picks, and these are the 3 loop picks. And there's 2 ways of making them, and we're going to put them in our centerpiece. And oh my goodness, is it going to stand out gorgeously against the green and the pink. Let's go to the craft table to make these. We're going to make a total of 6 of these little bundles. 2 of them are going to go on one side, 2 on the other, and 1 on each end. I'm going to be using these floral picks, 4 short ones and 2 of the long ones. The 4 short ones are going to go right here. 2 long ones are going to go on the sides. What these are basically just a little pick, and you can use skewers for this, and it has a little wire right here, but I'm going to show you how to do it without this also, so no worries there. I'm going to be using this ribbon, and this one I got at Joann Fabrics for $1.97, so a great deal for that, and it's really good quality. There are 2 ways to make this little bundle. I'm going to show you the way it's made right here first. Our loops are going to be 8 inches, so here we go. There's loop 1, and I'm going to basically just pretend like you're making a flower. There you go. Loop 2, and then loop 3. I like to flatten it out just to make sure that my measurements were correct, and if I need to make one shorter, one longer, I can adjust it at this point. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fold in and fold out, just like that. Not a big deal. And this part is actually kind of important for this type of little bundle. And then I'm going to grab a floral wire, and I'm just going to wrap it nice and tight. Then I'm going to grab my little pick, and I'm going to put it right in the middle, right here where we have the crease going, right in the center on the side that it has this little crease. And I'm going to put it inside this little crease right there. Now, if you don't have this little wire to secure it to the little bundle right here, all you have to do is when you get to this part, obviously whatever length you want, just add some hot glue right there to secure it. And then I'm going to take the little wire that came with my pick and wrap it around. And the way I did it is I had my initial wire going one way, then I had my pick wire going the other way, and then here I'm going to twist them, and this will lock them in place. And then I'm just going to twist, and then twist around, and it's nice and locked. Now I'm just going to open up my little loops right here, and you're all set. So for this one, we're going to do it a little differently because we still need our loops to be, they're going to be a more of 7 inches because we took some right here where we brought it together. So here we go. We're going to measure off our loop. Here's loop 1, 8 inches. Here's loop 2, 8 inches. And then I'm going to grab 1 more inch because we need it to overlap. Here you'll see what I'm talking about. And we want it to overlap about 1/2 inch because we took 1 inch. Then holding it together right here where it's overlapping. Here's the 3rd loop since we want it to be 8 inches and we still need the other side to overlap. We're going to do 1 more, so 9 inches. And then you're going to bring this one together and bring it up. This one seems a little bit more complicated and I feel like it uses a little bit more ribbon, but I wanted to show you, just in case you were interested in seeing the other way people do it, I wanted to give you that, you know, that option. So here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pinch and then we're going to bring it in, bring it out, grab our little wire here, wrap it around and just keep it up so you know which way it's going because we want the pick to go the other way. Grab a pick, put it right there in the center where that little groove is. And since my initial wire is coming from here, I'm going to take my wire and go the other way. And then we're going to twist. And then twist around one more time. And then open up our little bundles. So I'm going to make 1 more of the big one and 2 more of these. Just in case you're wondering, I do prefer the first method over the second method. The ones on the both ends are in, and now we're going to take 2 and put them on the sides right here. And here is our bouquet all done with the pics. Absolutely stunning. Now all that's left is to grab my candle, and it's 3 by 4 inches in height. The battery's in and turn it on. Hold on. I just put some batteries in here and turned it on, and our centerpiece is all set. What do you think? Like it?